So I just called my father and I said, let me explain where I've been for the last month plus. And I thought, I'll explain it to all of you guys too. AKA, what is Clubhouse? What exactly is it? What's all the rage? And what's it like on the inside? So I explained it to him that Clubhouse is not too dissimilar to podcasts where you have tons of different topics and subjects that you can partake in conversations by listening. But here, you open up the app and you identify what your interests are and you follow the people who interest you. And based on that, you have this hallway. And there's this hallway that you can scroll through on the app. And in the hallway, you then see the topics and you can enter a room. And in each room you enter, there are people having a conversation. And what you can do if you want to join the conversation is you click a little icon to raise your hand. And if they allow you to come up and join the conversation, you can. Otherwise, there's a lot of people, or sometimes you don't have to. You can just actually listen in on conversations that are happening about literally every single kind of subject. There's been a lot of business building, and that's where I've been finding my home. A lot of discussions on marketing, and what you can also do, which is what I've done after spending a month in there of listening and talking and learning from so many different people and sharing my knowledge with so many people, is I actually last week started my own room. And so, continuing the story while I pace, because that's been my exercise of choice as I've been on this app for like probably 15 hours a day. It's been pacing. So it's one way to get your 10,000 steps, right? Anyway, so I started my own room, and let me take a step back. What I did the first month was listen, learn, understand what's going on, feel the power of it. And by the way, the power is unbelievable, because imagine a world where everybody was asked to socially distance and you couldn't go to work and have conversations around the water cooler, and you were just all at home. And then someone develops an app where you're able to share and participate in conversations with people globally from the. And so what's been happening that's so magical is that when I go into these marketing rooms and I'm made a moderator, and by being a moderator, it means that you're the one who is hosting the conversation and you're the ones who's contributing to the conversation. That doesn't mean that I'm the smartest person in the room. There's no smartest person in the room, because there's so many people who are up there who are joining in the conversation, who have their experiences and their knowledge. And it's like, again, I have never given so much value, but I've also never gained so much value. And I have friends now. I have virtual friends now from all over. And only after I created that network of friends, it just organically happened. Then I said, I'm going to open my room, and now I'm going to be the marketing strategist, but I'm going to have on there the person who's great at this. So a few basics, because maybe I'm going too ahead of myself. Clubhouse is an app that allows people to participate in real-time conversations on a whole bunch of different topics. And the topics are created based on the interests that you select when you first come in and based on the people who you follow. So after that, they have a hallway, and in the hallway, those subjects are populated. And you can ask to be notified when the people who you follow either open a room or are participating in a room. You can choose the notifications based on your own preferences. I get about 1,000 notifications a day, which is a problem. Once you go into those rooms, you can participate as a listener, and you can go up there and speak and ask questions. And that is how you begin your networking. Okay, different filter. I was looking too pale for myself. So anyway, here's a super important point. The way to communicate with people off of Clubhouse is on Instagram. So after you make a connection with somebody and you say DM me, the DM means go to my Instagram and message me there. So from my hours and hours in Clubhouse, my Instagram following has more than doubled, and I have probably 500 messages in my inbox that I do get back to. But that's all been cultivated from speaking and talking and sharing and listening and joining the conversation all on Clubhouse. So the pros of Clubhouse first, and then I'll do the cons. The pros of Clubhouse are that, again, you're able to listen in on so many conversations that it's an incredible place for market research, because you can hear your target market asking questions about the things that they want to know. They're asking the questions. You're hearing other experts answer the questions. So you're able to really, really delve deep into what your market is asking, what their objections are, and how people are addressing them, and if they're getting the answers that they want. The pros are all of the networking, the friendships, the pros for people who already have an Instagram, have already worked. Okay, so to summarize the pros easier. 1, the networking, the friendships, the knowledge that you can gain, the knowledge you can give to others. I said 10 years ago that my favorite thing to do, how I wish I could make money, would be sitting on a throne and having people come to me and asking me for marketing advice and just, send them on their way. And literally that is what's happening. But also it's like the fun, the friendships, the vulnerability, the rawness, the people's stories, people's histories, what they're sharing with people, the breadth of the different people coming in and their backgrounds, the exposure to so many different types of people, the ease of access, literally while in the shower and on the toilet, you can still be listening in. So some of the cons. The cons are that sometimes it feels like it's one of those other places that it's become a numbers game again, like how many followers can you get? And of course, some people show up and the follower numbers skyrocket past you because they're coming in with a huge network of offline. And so, you could be there so many hours, and then someone comes in and they just look like, yeah. So, the idea that people are looking at numbers and it becomes a numbers thing, that's never fun. But the real cons are that, and this is just personal because it's just for each person it's different, but I share this with so many people, is that it has taken over my life in such a way. It's fueled me. I am loving it, but it's taken over my life in such a way that my self-care has gone to shit. I do not sleep nearly as much. I am too tired. So to continue, I have been largely unavailable to people, to family, to friends. I've just been kind of immersed in this other world. Sometimes I feel like we're just in this spaceship and we're just a bunch of talking heads. Not talking heads, we're a bunch of, just people talking in my ear. It's like this supernatural type of feeling that I've just entered this other universe. So I enter in, I'm sucked into this black hole with all these new friends, and we're just, participating in conversations that are not recorded. And if you're not there, you've missed it. It's one and done. That is either a pro or a con. It depends on how you see it. So sort of a pro and con together is that while your network on Clubhouse has far extended my reach of any other social network at all, it is what you put in. You're in, you put in, and then you get out. It doesn't sit there and it's not like a LinkedIn profile that you could sit there and not touch, and then someone can find you and then connect with you. Or even Facebook, where someone could go back and see your history your personality through conversations or through pictures or whatever. And same with Instagram. For Clubhouse, you have a conversation. When you have that conversation, right then in real time, you talk to people, they connect with you. If they DM you, fine. When you're off the app, so now 10 videos in, my son tells me maybe I shouldn't pace because I'm gonna make everyone dizzy and I'm almost finished. Actually, I'm not. I have a few more really important things to say. Okay, so as I was saying, when you're offline, the relationships are only the ones that you've cultivated online continue offline. However, there are times when I've had someone come up and ask a question while I was on the app and they were not, like meaning the person who, oh, God, that was so stupid. No. Someone's come up and asked a question, and I have said, this is not my area of expertise, but I'm going to connect you with somebody who I previously met on the app. So DM me, and I'm going to connect you to. So then, if you're not online, you can still have relationships built, but that was based on the person having come online, this friend I made, making it super clear what it is that they do, who it is that they serve, and then this person coming in and speaking. And you know, speaking of personal branding, this has been super helpful for me because I've practiced what it is that I say that I do 30 times. And I say it to different people, and then I feel how it sounds coming off my tongue. Because telling people what you do when you're looking at them face to face, or when you're writing it in an email, or sitting next to them on an airplane is radically different